This is your wake-up call. What is stopping you from achieving your goals? What is holding you back from breaking your invisible chain of slavery? What is preventing you from letting your real emotions out? What is it specifically that's controlling your deepest thoughts? I'll let you know. It's that unpleasant belief so dangerous and that is likely to cause you the pain that you fear of dealing with. It's that particular fear that will keep you from taking any risks, leaving you helpless to take any actions towards your desired goals. Let me explain to you how it influenced me. About 4 years ago, I went through so much physical pain, I let fear own my destiny. Many know the love I have for playing sports only at a high competitive level, but I was dealing with concussions, several broken bones, started feeling inexplicable pains and bruises all over my body. I doubted every action I was faced with on the field and was exhausted of having to carry on that weight. I wasn't able to play at my full potential and I started feeling ashamed of my performances. I then did the most cowardly thing. I ran away from my fears by taking the easy way out. I quit playing competitively. Without knowing, I started building the wrong culture to live by. I started convincing myself I was going to be happier that way. Not far from the truth. It didn't last long. I was able to finally go out every weekend with my friends. I was able to work as much as I needed, staying so busy I never had time to guilt myself of running away from what I loved so much. I was able to learn new skill sets. I was able to travel at any given time with my friends and family. I was able to help others around me at my best of my abilities without any other priorities holding me back. Doesn't seem like a bad thing, right? Although, nearly 2 years later from that day, I took the easy way out, I still felt as though I was running away from my fears. Every time the weight on my shoulder got nearly as dark as it was in the past, I always repeated the same pattern. I would quit. About 2 years later from that day, I stopped playing competitively. I always felt the self-emotional dishonor the second I would turn my back away from my fears. But I made sure I would ignore that feeling, and I still managed to find the woman of my dreams. We had our first child, our son that we loved to death, and would do anything for him. That's when the truth started going back into my life. I looked at myself in the mirror, and I did not like what I was looking at. I was 50 pounds overweight. I would have to be sitting down just to put on my socks. I looked fatigued, and I was always exhausted. I continuously had a lack of energy that I needed a nap during the day because my energy flow would crash by noon. I was not able to stay focused on my task longer than 25 minutes, and I was always looking for the unhealthiest foods to snack on while working. I was emotionally drained. My wife, family, and friends always told me I didn't seem to be myself anymore. Today, I'm back playing at a high competitive level in my respective sport. What brought me back into the game was that fear that was always present no matter how hard I tried running away from. You know, that fear of sitting on my ass, doing nothing. I remember waking up one morning from the cries of my son who was about a year old. I asked myself as I went to his room and picked him up from his crib, how will I ever be able to be the best mentor in his life if I can't teach him how to deal with what life throws at you? That his father runs away when life's weight just seems to feel too heavy? Never. At that moment, I finally found a greater fear in my life. The fear that I wasn't growing in any areas of my life as I desired. Knowing I wasn't the best role model my son should look up to is exactly what I needed to spark the flame in me. Now, the question is, what about you? You have to be terrified if you are sitting on your ass and doing nothing. If you instantly just rolled your eyes at that comment, then think about this for a second. Imagine of waking up in 7 days, 7 weeks, 7 months, 7 years, or 70 years from now, and still not an inch closer to your goals without any progress made. If you still haven't lost that weight, if you still haven't added any gains, if you still haven't changed your unhealthy habits, if you still haven't gotten that promotion, if you still haven't started your dream business, if you still haven't found the love of your life, if you still haven't bought that house, and so on, you are unquestionably running away from your own fears as I have. Recognize that while you are chilling, sleeping, watching TV, eating, or anything else that is just plain lazy, you're not getting any closer to any of your goals. And you most definitely have no right to complain to anyone about what you can't achieve, because you are simply not doing nothing about it. You better start listening. No one is going to make your dream a reality but you. I can promise you there is nothing in life that is worth it unless you are not willing to take the risk. Just take my son, for example. If I didn't go against my fear of asking my wife back then to help me put some tanning oil at the beach, yeah, pretty lame, but it still worked, my son wouldn't be here today, and I would have probably had a harder time sparking that flame within me. What you keep on saying to your friends, family, and coworkers about what you want to achieve simply needs to happen from your desire of the fear of not taking any actions today. For that to happen, everything that you should be doing needs to turn it only into what you must be doing. That is when you will start living to make a change in your life. Only by doing something you never did, you will be able to get something you never had. I took the risk and courage to fight through the fear of dealing with all the pain to finally being able to start feeling alive again. I lost all the gained weight I accumulated in less time than you could imagine from the secrets I learned only from the best that is out there. I proved I still can play at a high competitive level using simple mind shift techniques that actually work. I have been recognized once again as a real leader and athlete because I put in the upbeat style of hard work that gave me the possibility necessary to achieve those results. I don't feel the need to sit down after 10 minutes of playing because I have as much energy as my son, or actually even more. I don't feel exhausted at noon anymore, and I rarely take naps unless it's necessary for my health. I have a deeper understanding of my emotions, and it has consistently been improving my relationship with my wife. I am laser focused on using the skill sets learned and putting them to use to build the life I always desired. Only if you're ready to take action, I can help you achieve your goals. If I can't, I definitely know a few others coaches that can. Click the link below and book your free consultation call with me today. Oh, just one more thing. Nelson Mandela once said, "There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living." Now let's upbeat your life.